Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Subrata Sarkar. I'm a mechanical engineer working in manufacturing industry more than 22 years. Today, I'll be sharing with you one of the upcoming technology which will be there in place maybe after 20 years in building construction industry. As on date, in most of the countries, the construction is going on manually, actually, most of the work. I'll show you different stages, the major stages of the work, like for the digging, for the, construction base. So, most of the cases, it is done manually. In some cases, the excavator or some type of, similar kind of equipment are being used, actually. For making this steel structure for reinforced concrete, that is also presently in most of the cases, 99% cases, it is made manually actually. And installation of these structures, steel structures, frames, etc. also manually. In many cases, for people are doing a lot of manual work which are very unsafe, the way you can see here in the screen. And also for brick construction, also one by one, putting the brick. So it is a huge time consuming, as well as many cases quality is also not up to the mark. Geometry is not very perfect. Some cases the uniformity of the strength is sometimes a question actually. So how fast it can possible, it is not very possible actually. And you can see in most of the cases, like making such a apartment, say big apartment in local areas or cities, it takes minimum 1 year to 2 years for making such construction. Even though they are using the tower crane, they are using the concrete boom pump, they are using concrete mixture machine, still this that is like for such bigger construction it takes maybe 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. So today I'll be discussing with you how the robotics and automation is going to come in the civil or architectural industry for building construction, and how fast it will be actually. In these areas, there will be 2-3 different technology will be coming. One is it's not coming actually, it is already there in place in developed countries. What I'm saying that commercially it will be coming maybe by 2030. You will find in many places, even in India, this robotics and automation is working for making building actually. 3D printing is a concept. Like you have a guide for making building construction. I'm saying you have long guide rail between which you want to construct a building. So you have overhead systems, you have a complete CNC control system, and you are feeding some material. It is not a brick or concrete actually, some different kinds of material. So layer by layer it can construct the building actually. And I'll show you one of this is a building constructed in China. It's a 4-storied building. But you will be surprised what is the time taken for making such a massive building. It took only 24 hours to make such a building. You will be surprised, and you may not believe actually how it is possible to make a building in 24 hours. But the equipment and the automation I am going to show you in this presentation, you will be agree that yes, it is possible actually. Even for making such a multi-storied, ultra-modern factory office building in Dubai, this is also done in close to 1 month time. So it is a very different technology, as well. The quality and productivity is just is unmatched actually. You can see here in this video, like you need to make such a wall of different geometry, how fast a machine can do it actually, and is a completely without the intervention of the human actually. It can work with same efficiency, and massive machines are there for civil construction in robotics and automation actually. So it will faster the total process actually, like anything, maybe 200 times faster, 300 times faster. The work which you need to do or the human manually can be done in 300 days, it can be done in one days. Or you can say 300 people work, or 200 people, the work can be done by a single robo actually. You can see also this steel structure construction building is done by robo in many places already started. Here you can see how the brick construction is going on by the robotics. And as per the specification of this robotic system, it says that it can deliver the work with 300%, 300 times of a person actually. Here in this video, you can see that the robo is putting the bricks, and there is one man who is looking after whether things are going in or not. Some cases it is there, but in some cases fully automated system is that no human is needed to take care actually. You can see this, this mixture of the sand, concrete. That is, that's by layer. It's getting from the machine itself, putting in the right places. So the productivity is, is a high productivity, and you can count the building construction time by time, hours, minutes, and seconds actually. How the machine is performing, and any types of structures like whatever with a complex geometry like this, it can done without any additional time by robotics actually. And construction of the robot, you can see here, is very accurate, it is very fast, it is very reliable actually. And also like building construction, so everything can be done by machine actually. These are the machine already there in place actually. And human need to see actually whether raw material is fitted on the machine or not, or the logistic part. The construction of the things can be done by the robotics and the machine itself only actually. And also for the handling of the material in the construction site can also be done by the robotics, you can say. And robotics is doing very, very safely actually, and it can work as efficient as any time actually. For example, like if human are doing work, maybe in the morning they have a lot of energy for work, but in the evening you will not find that much of energy. But if it is a robot or a machine actually, so it can work, constant delivery, output, and the quality at every time actually. Continuously it can work maybe for 100 hours, 200 hours, which is not possible by human to deliver such things. Even for construction side, you need a lot of work for wooden works, and so everything can be possible by the robotics and automation actually. Even in many places, say you need to lay brick actually for maybe say 1 square kilometer area. So even a single machine, maybe in a one shift of a day, can do that work actually, or which otherwise, if you done by a small group of people, maybe 10-15 days, they'll be needing it. So this faster and the reliable process is coming in near future and going to implement in all the areas in different countries step by step. Maybe after 20 years, 30 years, you'll find that such type of civil construction in everywhere in our countries also. And this robotic purchasing of the robotic and robotic market is like increasing like anything in all part of the world. So find this presentation is interesting and informative. Is a new information you can share with your friends. And if you have not yet subscribed my channel, you can subscribe my channel by clicking on this bell icon. Thank you so much for your attention.